Look at that. We actually got people showing up. Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bill Gray Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field as we get ready for a major Area 4 doubleheader between your Roseburg Dr. Stewarts and the visiting Redmond Central Oregon Sunwest Generals. We are hopefully in for a good day of baseball here at the ballpark. These two teams battling to try and stay in the conversation for one of the 3 playoff spots out of the Area 4 standings. And right now, it is going to be a jumbled mess down the stretch. Doc Stewarts have 4 league games left to go. The Redmond Generals, they've got 8 league games left to go. Going to be a busy stretch run for the Generals. For the Doc Stewarts, they will wrap things up on Wednesday with a doubleheader at Redmond. And after that, they get to play passenger on this ride towards the end of the regular season. The Doc Stewarts will be sitting back and hoping that what they accomplish today and Wednesday will be good enough to get them into the postseason. Right now, the Doc Stewarts sit in 3rd place in the Area 4 standings. Redmond in 2nd place. It's going to be a big showdown today and Wednesday, and we've got it all for you right here on The Score. It's great to be with you, everybody. I'm Joey Kieran here back for another day of broadcasting from the luxurious Prex box here at Champion Car Wash Field. Let me just tell you, they added air conditioning in here last year, and where has this been all my life? It is a great one here in the booth. Out on the field, it's going to be a toasty one. We are expecting temperatures to be climbing into the mid-90s here today, maybe even warmer. We will keep an eye on that throughout this contest with you here today. Coming up here on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show, we get a chance to catch up with head coach Tim Sestair. It's been a couple of days since we've talked to him, getting in those player interviews that we've been having. So we get a chance to finally catch up with him. We will have a player interview that'll be coming up in between games today. This is a doubleheader. We're going to be talking with Ryan Shaver, who will be joining us to have a conversation about himself and his first season with the Doc Stewarts. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up in between games in today's doubleheader. That is our player interview brought to you by Evergreen Family Medicine. Expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine, serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland. Evergreen offers more than traditional primary care. You can always expect more from Evergreen. Well, it is a warm one. Teams are getting ready to go. They just took their infield practices and warm-ups, and now it is just about time to get this one started. Before we get to that, we'll have a word with head coach Tim Sestair coming up as we continue on with the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Don't want to go to the break before we remind you that today's game is streaming with video online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, and you'll get notifications when we go live with another broadcast of Doc Stewarts Baseball here on The Score. Easy way to follow the action with us the rest of this summer. We'll take the time out. We come back, and we've got more coming up for you. It's head coach Tim Sestair. When we return, this is Doc Stewarts Baseball, streaming at 541radio.com, presented by the Cow Creek Tribe, and right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. If
Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Back here with more of our pregame on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Our pregame, Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Joining us in the pregame, Coach Tim Sestair here. Well, Coach, we are into the final week of the league season. Big ones coming up here. I know it's been a busy stretch of the season once again. Guys are coming off of a weekend filled with non-leaguers here at home. Just kind of the mental side of the game as you guys geared up for this one. Early call time today. How do you feel like guys are showing up to the ballpark?
New day. We need a new day. Got to get off to a hot start here. No excuse. Here we go.
Yeah. You guys, we kind of get a chance to watch kind of a little bit of what's going on, and you guys will get to be observers after your league season is done. How do you feel just kind of like ending a little bit earlier than everybody else? Is that a good thing? Would you rather be playing down to the wire like everybody else?
Obviously, if you end how you want to, it's a great thing, right? So, our schedule is what it is here. It's been a busy, it's been a grind. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're in a good spot. Obviously, in and on a good note, will set us up in a good spot.
I know we didn't really catch up over the weekend. Had those player interviews in the pregame, so I know yesterday was not what we wanted. Let's focus on something that was what you wanted. That series against Grants Pass, league games kind of hopefully maybe get the guys a little more locked in. Obviously, you want them in every game, but those league games are the big ones. Obviously, the team did really well. Your arms pitched really well. You guys took care of business and get that series. How'd you feel kind of coming out of that one, and can it carry over?
Yeah, arms gave us more than a chance to win. Getting 3 out of 4, against anybody is awesome. So, going into the weekend, Jake Sproul, phenomenal against LC. More than enough that we needed, and we got some key hits and some key runs when we needed to. So, yeah, yesterday was what it was. We're a lot better than that. But like we've said all year, things are going to magnify given extra outs, and we did that. We did that yesterday in a bad way. So, excited to get back to the ballpark. We've got some guys on the mound that have been phenomenal for us, and hopefully today is another day of that, and we can get off to an early start.
We saw in that series against Grants Pass, if I'm remembering correctly, I think it was just 4 arms used by you guys. Really great pitching. How much is that a boost for you guys? I know going into the weekend, you didn't even use a whole ton of guys over the weekend as well, but things bullpen-wise at this portion of the season where everybody's kind of starting to feel the season wear on, you think things are going well there in the bullpen?
Yeah, we're in a good spot. I mean, obviously yesterday could have been better to save a little bit there. But, we got the guys we want, and, what they do with this opportunity is up to them. But, again, we got to play clean behind it. Our pitchers have gave us more than a chance most of the summer. We got to find a way to play clean, and we got to get some timely hits, and hopefully today's that day.
Redmond coming in, they have been a new addition to the league here last year, and they've been scrappy, and they've found themselves in a really good position as they come into this series and into their stretch run of their league season. How much do you know about them, and what can you tell us about Redmond today?
Scrappy. Top of their lineup is very good. They're an older group that has played together for a while, so we're gonna have to be on our game, and we're gonna have to find a way to apply pressure, because they're not just gonna give in, and they're gonna play 7 innings, however many innings it takes. They're gonna be there till the end. So we got to find a way to close the door, and I'm just gonna start with game 1 with Danner.
All right, we look forward to it out there. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
That is head coach Tim Sester joining us here on the pregame show. Appreciate that. It's the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Coaches are heading out towards home plate to meet for the exchanging of the lineup cards, and we are just about ready to get this one underway here this afternoon. Well, let's take a look-see here. National Weather Service saying that it's 90 degrees outside right now in Roseburg. Not quite as warm as I was thinking. I thought maybe just a little bit more, but we are expecting to hit a high temperature of 94 this afternoon. Sunshine overhead, as you could hear in our interview there. It was a bit breezy down on the field. Right now the American flag is blowing in center field, and it is definitely keeping up, which is nice. On a warm day like this, having a little bit of a breeze coming through does not hurt to be able to help keep you cool out there on the field. It's warm down on the turf, and it's going to be a long day here at the ballpark. These two teams are coming off of games yesterday. For the Doc Stewarts, it was not one that we want to remember too fondly. 14-1 the final score as the Portland Barbers get the win on top of the Doc Stewarts, their 4th win against Roseburg this season. That snapped a 2-game winning streak for the Docs and put them back to 1 game under 500 at 15-16 on the year. Redmond, meanwhile, they have played 6 league games in less than a week. Wednesday through Sunday. They had a off day in between every day. They played Wednesday, off Thursday, played Friday, off Saturday, played Sunday, and now they are here for another league doubleheader today. So it has been busy for them. This is day 6 of their schedule, and it'll be their 8th league games of the season, the 7th and 8th games there. So busy portion of the schedule for Redmond, and they're going to see if they can dig deep and find some fuel left in the tank as they get ready for today's twin bill. So should be interesting. The Generals are coming off of a split yesterday at home against Grants Pass. They won game 1 10-0, but then ended up losing game 2 8-0 against the Nuggets. We'll see how that plays out. Doc Stewart's coming off of that loss, but they have been good in league play, winning 3 out of 4 against the Grants Pass Nuggets earlier last week. So we'll see if they can continue their strong play in league. Docs are 6-6 in league. Medford is 6-2 at the top of the league standings. Redmond at 5-3 is 1 game back. The Doc Stewarts 6-6 are 2 games back. You've got the Eugene Challengers who are 3-5. They're 3 games back. And then Grants Pass is 4-8 on the year, and they are 4 games back of first place Medford. We've got Medford and Eugene squaring off today as well in a league doubleheader. They'll get started tonight at 5 o'clock in that contest, starting that doubleheader in Eugene at Sweet Johnson Stadium. All right, it's just about time to wrap up the Roseburg Disposal pregame show and get in our last break. We'll have a look at your starting lineups here in just a moment, and we'll get you all caught up with what's coming up here today. Game 1 of a big twin bill between the Doc Stewarts and the Redmond Generals, the SunWest Generals, making the trek here, and we will return the favor heading out that direction coming up on Wednesday. Again, today's game is streaming with video online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. So hope you can find us there. If you want to watch today's game, share that around. You can watch it on your big screen through the YouTube app. on your smart TV or on your cell phone, your tablet, your computer, however you may want to follow the game here today. So you can tune in for all of that online. 1490 The Score on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button to help us out by following the station there online. And just for Docs fans out there, if you want to stay abreast of what is going on in Area 4, you can find the latest league standings. We've got them up on our website. You head to 1490thescore.com, and you'll find our website there, part of the 541radio.com family of station pages there. So head to 1490thescore.com, find our page, and then just click on Doc Central. It'll take you right to the page there where you can find game recaps, you can find the standings, you can find the schedule with results and records and all of that. So, and links to all of our player interviews, which I do have to get a few more uploaded to YouTube. Do that tomorrow with the off day, get caught up on that, and you can go and check out some of those player interviews that we've been doing throughout the year with all the guys on the team. So, all right, we'll get in our final break here as we are making our way towards first pitch of Game 1 of our doubleheader. Before we take the break, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on the Score.
And now for your Clint Newell, Dr. Stewart. Camden Hartzell. Number 6, Riley Cheney. Number 7, Paxton Burke. Number 8, Taj Flora.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management.
All right, there is the conclusion to today's national anthem as we get ready for today's ball game. Joey Kieran here with you, wrapping up the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run of the dump for you. Call them at 673-7122. Let's introduce you to today's starting lineup for the visiting Redmond Sunwest Generals. For the Generals, leading off is Eli Pupo, the center fielder. McCovey Williams, the shortstop, will bat second. Camden Hartlob is the DH, batting in the 3 spot. Austin Dean, the catcher, will bat cleanup, hitting 5th, and starting at first base, Gage Martinez. In left field, batting 6th, Caden Cooper. Cole Cooper, the third baseman, will bat 7th. In right field, Brady Kennedy is batting 8th, and Ethan Bruce, the second baseman, will round out the starting 9. The designated hitter being used for the starting pitcher, Griffin Sanchez. Defensively for the Doc Stewarts in today's matchup, you've got Amos Bowers back behind the plate. Cal Robbins at first, Logan Anderson at second. On the left side of the diamond, Jake Johnson at third, and Paxton Burke at short. And the outfield from left to right, Fletcher Coleman, Dane St. Clair, and Taj Flora. That is a look at your starting defensive alignment as they look to support their starting pitcher. That is Danner Wirtz out there, the big right-hander from Roseburg High School. Danner Wirtz making his 5th start, his 6th appearance. He's got a 2-0 win-loss record, a 2.97 ERA, 28 and a third innings worked. He's got 15 strikeouts and 8 walks. And we are just about ready to get this one underway here today. Just behind the 1 o'clock start time by a couple of minutes. No big deal there. First pitch of the ball game from Wirtz is low for ball 1, and we are underway in the contest. Dan Bachmeyer behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. Austin Stone in the field for our umpiring crew today. Strike on the inside corner, and it's a 1-1 count to the leadoff man, Eli Pupo, who is a lefty. Outside from Wirtz, a 2-1 count. Danner Wirtz coming off of a strong outing against Grants Pass last week. Got a win in that series. A 2-1 pitch, grounder foul. Evens up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Misses upstairs for Wirtz, and Eli Pupo out of Redmond High School, graduating class of 2025, has a full count as he gets things started. Grounds one back up the middle. It'll kick off the heel of Danner Wirtz to second base. No play to be made for Logan Anderson. It looked like Wirtz tried to get his feet out of the way, but that ball, comebacker right up the middle, kicked high off of his heel, ricocheted towards second base. And on safely will be Pupo with the first hit in the ballgame for the Generals. 1 on, nobody out. McCovey Williams will bat, the shortstop. Right-hander takes a strike to start off his at-bat. Did not show a bunt. Jake Johnson at third base playing in defensively, expecting a possible sacrifice bunt here in the first inning. Williams still not bunting. Takes a breaking ball low and inside, a 1-1 count. McCovey Williams, the shortstop, out of Shasta College this last spring. Takes low, a 2-1 count. Danner Wirtz trying not to fall behind early too often. Don't need to throw a ton of extra pitches on a day like today where it is going to be a warm one throughout the day. Gets a foul ball towards the Doc Stewarts dugout on the third base side. The Generals on the first base side. In-ground dugouts have the roof and the shade, but everybody pretty much hangs out up on the playing surface. As a throw over to first base. Got him! They pick off Pupo at first, and the first base coach is going to ask for appeal to home. They're not going to get it. Head coach Mark Horner not with the team today. I don't know if he will know about our broadcast or not, but there's a pitch outside. Count goes full. If he is tuned in, heard he was having knee surgery, so hopefully everything going all right for the skipper for this Generals club. Not here with the team. His assistant Dave Williams down at the third base box. A poke goes right towards first base. It is caught by the first baseman Cal Robbins. Line drive on a defensive check swing by McCovey Williams. Pokes it right to Robbins at first, and suddenly there's 2 down. A pickoff at first, and then a line out to first base. A lot of activity over there for Cal Robbins at the bag. 2 down, base is empty. Danner Wirtz trying to make it 3 up, 3 down for the Generals. Strike taken on the inside corner by Camden Hartlob. The 0-1 outside. Wirtz, big right-hander, just wrapped up his freshman season at Roseburg High School. Misses in the dirt off the turf here at Champion Car Wash Field. Wirtz, his last outing, 7 innings, allowed 1 run on 7 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts against the Nuggets. His 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball catches the top of the zone, outer half, and Hartlob, the DH, finds himself in a 2-2 count with 2 down and nobody on. Fouls one off his front foot, staying alive. Will hobble around for a moment. Camden Hartlob, this is a very experienced team, you could say. Hartlob out of Caldera, a Cal State Monterey Bay commit, just graduating this year. He goes after a breaking ball, defending the zone, fights it off to stay alive with a 2-2 count. A lot of guys that are committed to go play college baseball, and a handful of guys that are coming back after their freshman year of college baseball. Off the end of the bat, a little nubber down the first base side, picked up by Wirtz, gets it over to Robbins, and that is a clean first frame for the Doc Stewarts. Comebacker up the middle for the first base hit, but then picked off at first was Pupo, and no runs come in for the Generals on the 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Through a half inning, and we are scoreless going to the bottom of the first here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Bottom of the first inning, Doc Stewart's coming up the bat. Tim Sester, the head coach of the team in his first year, puts together a starting 9 that has Paxton Burke leading off at shortstop. Logan Anderson, the second baseman, batting second. Cal Robbins, the first baseman, will bat third. Taj Flora, the right fielder, will bat in the cleanup spot. Dane St. Clair, the center fielder, batting fifth. At third base, Jake Johnson batting sixth. Hitting seventh, the DH, Ty Hellenthal. Amos Bowers, the catcher, will bat in the 8th spot, and Fletcher Coleman in left field rounds out the starting 9, the DH being utilized for starting pitcher Danner Wirtz. Around the diamond defensively, Austin Dean behind the plate for the Generals. Gage Martinez at first, Ethan Bruce at second, Cole Cooper at third, and McCovey Williams at short. We'll get the rest of it for you here in a moment. First pitch in for strike 1 to Paxton Burke. Outfield from left to right, Caden Cooper, Eli Pupo, and Brady Kennedy. They will support their starting pitcher, Griffin Sanchez. Sanchez misses inside against Burke, a 1-1 count. Griffin Sanchez, out of Caldera High School, faces the switch-hitting Burke, who will foul one back for strike 2. Sanchez, graduating class of 2025, first team all Intermountain Conference as a pitcher. Misses high and away, 2-2. First team all league pitcher, had a 2.82 ERA, 33 strikeouts, a 7-1 win-loss record with 43 innings worked during the spring. Ground ball towards third, picked up by Cole Cooper. Long throw across the diamond, no problem. Retiring the first batter for the Doc Stewarts. 1 out, nobody on. Logan Anderson will stand in next for the Docs.
The next batter, second baseman
Sanchez,
Logan
according
Anderson.
to the online websites, that recruiting websites, says he sits at mid-80s with his fastball. Looks like he's got a couple of different options on his pitches. Hits the inside corner for a strike called against Logan Anderson. He is headed to Bushnell Community College, or excuse me, Bushnell College, and for his next year of baseball and education. Breezy day here at the ballpark. For those that are tuned in and watching with us online, you'll notice the center field camera, it's bouncing around in the wind out there, something we continue to, one of the things that it's on the list of to-dos as we continue to make some improvements here at the ballpark with our broadcasting capabilities. Things have really taken a huge step up, but always ways to keep making it better. The 1-2 pitch. Anderson will take one in the dirt, bounced in front of the plate, gets all the way back to the backstop. It's a 2-2 count. Nobody on, one away for the Docs in the bottom of the first. Scoreless ball game here at Champion Car Wash Field. Sanchez out of his windup, the big righty. Delivers a chopper over the mound, over the shoulder catch by Sanchez. Soft toss to first will record the out. 2 down. Not an easy play to be made off the backside of the mound, running down the backside of the bump, and then making the over-the-shoulder catch after a ball chopped right into the turf in front of home. 2 down, and it will be Cal Robbins to bat. Cal waits on a breaking ball, chops it towards third, up with it. The throw across the diamond by Cooper is there. A 1-2-3 inning. Doc's able to get the ball in play, but nothing really hard hit against Griffin Sanchez at the moment. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We are through a half inning for the Docs, but through one full inning in the ball game, and we will head to the top of the second. Scoreless here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
First batter for the Generals.
Scoreless game so far for both the Doc Stewarts and the Redmond Generals. Today's ball game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Danner Wirtz back out on the bump. Gave up a hit in the first inning, but picked off a runner and was able to make it a 1-2-3 first inning. Wirtz first pitch hits the outside corner against the cleanup hitter Austin Dean. Dean, 3 hits in game 1, a 10-0 victory over Grants Pass yesterday. He had a nice day at the plate. He'll take a pitch high and inside, a 1-1 count. Austin Dean. The 1-1 breaking ball ends up low at his feet, outer half of the plate. He is back after his first year at Blue Mountain Community College. Played in 13 games, hit 188. Takes one down the middle for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Decent crowd showing up for today's game as Dean gets underneath one out towards right center. Tracking that ball down. Dane St. Clair will make the catch. One away. Nice, small, but a decent group of folks coming out for the ball game here today. Wasn't sure an afternoon weekday ball game if we'd get too many people here at the ballpark, but nice to see some folks showing up. One away here in the top of the second. High and inside, ball 1 for Gage Martinez. Martinez, the first baseman, Out of Crook County High School, takes a strike, 1-1. Martinez headed to Blue Mountain Community College to go join Austin Dean out there, presuming that Dean is sticking there for another year. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Wirtz works one by. He's ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Martinez, a second-team All-State infielder for Crook County this last spring. The 1-2, a check swing. It'll go towards short. One hop for Burke. Throw to first. Ooh. Okay, make note. Gage Martinez, he is quick down the line. That ball took a little while to get towards short. It was not a hard swing. It was just a half swing that poked it out towards shortstop. So charging in, Paxton Burke had to make a quick throw across the diamond. Gage Martinez, he's got some great speed down the line. First pitch hits the outside corner for a strike to Caden Cooper. Cooper, a left-handed batter, playing in left field. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. So an 0-2 count quickly, and Wirtz trying to get through this second inning and have another quick one. The youngster from Roseburg, 0-2 pitch, bounces off the plate. I think he said he turned 16 earlier this year. He's driving. I've seen him get into a truck. I'm fairly certain he's driving, so he's on the older side for a freshman this last year as he rifles one in but misses low and inside. I was always on the younger side of my class. Always had a birthday right at the end of the school year. Danner's earlier on. Tapper back in front of the plate, and that will be fielded by Bowers. Throw down to Robbins, and that'll retire Caden Cooper to finish things off here in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 1-2-3 frame. Still scoreless between the Docs and the Generals going to the bottom of the second on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Bottom of the second inning. Today's ball game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. Make sure that you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. On the mound, Griffin Sanchez. First pitch in for a called strike 1 to Taj Flora. It's Flora, St. Clair, and Johnson due up here in the second inning. Sanchez out of his windup. Gets a swing and a miss out of Taj. 0-2 count. Sanchez, I don't have heights and weight, but he looks like a big kid out there as well. Granted, I was saying that yesterday 2 days ago against all the kids from Lewis Clark Twins. It was a ball fought off and fouled away by Flora. All of them looked large, and so maybe it's just me up here in the booth, but Sanchez looks like he's got some size to him. He gets a wicked breaking ball. Swing and a miss. The throw down to first base will get Flora. That'll be the first strikeout in the game for Griffin Sanchez. One away for the Doc Stewarts here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Dane St. Clair, the center fielder, who has been swinging it pretty well this season for the Docs, hitting .311. Has 19 RBI. Now, 8 of those come on 2 grand slams that he has hit this season. First pitch outside to the lefty. to start off a 1-0 count. He is the first lefty to bat for the Docs today. Actually, that's not true. Paxton Burke, switch hitter, batting left-handed. Dane will foul off one out of play into the parking lot for a 1-1 count. One out, nobody on. Sanchez out of his windup. Misses outside with the breaking ball. Here at Champion Car Wash Field, 320 down the lines, 385 to dead center field. Line drive shot, gets over the top of the first baseman into the corner. Dane will have extra bases here. He's rounding for second. He's thinking 3. He's going to get the green light. He's turned and headed the throw. Not in time. Dane will grab the base as he slides by. It's a 1-out triple for the Doc Stewarts here in the second. Doc Stewarts will get a man into scoring position as Dane St. Clair will have the triple for Dane. That is his 4th triple of the season, and I believe that'll give him the team lead for extra base hits. He was tied with Cal. I think they both had 10. I was adding those numbers up earlier, and that will give Dane the lead. First pitch at the knees, inner corner, and called a strike against Jake Johnson. Docs with a runner at third base with 1 out here in the second, trying to see if they can grab a lead here, 1-0 or more. The 0-1 from Sanchez. Up the middle, hard hit, gets by into center field, and Jake will come up with the RBI single. Dane St. Clair had the first hit of the game for the Docs. That's always brought to you by MSK True Value. Make sure that your summer projects are a hit with a stop by the MSK family of stores in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. And then Jake Johnson follows with our first RBI of the day. And RBIs are brought to you by Umpqua Bank. Whether it's great deals on investments, savings on loans and lines of credit, or personal banking with no overdraft fees, you can cash in with Umpqua Bank, member FDIC. First pitch, a strike at the belt for Ty Hellenthal. Triple by St. Clair into the right field corner. Ball right back up the middle by Johnson, and the Doc Stewarts lead at 1-0. A ball fought off by Ty Hellenthal, falls behind 0-2 against Griffin Sanchez. Second inning here, Doc's grabbing the lead. Pickoff throw to check on Johnson at first, back in safely. Sanchez works out of the stretch. Will come set with his hands at his waist. Delivers. Ground ball towards second. Could be a chance at 2. They get 1 at second. Relay to first in time. And that will wrap things up here in the second inning. But the Doc Stewarts are able to get 1 on the board as they will score on the single by Jake Johnson. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 1-0 Doc Stewarts in front, heading to the top of the third on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Thank you.
Top of the third inning. Doc Stewart's in front 1-0. Today's game brought to you by Winston Auto Care. Don't strike out with car troubles. Call Winston Auto Care at 541-679-8685. Your home team for auto repair for over 25 years.
Now batting's number 1, Cole Cooper.
That'll bring up the 7, 8, 9 hitters here for the Generals. Cole Cooper leads things off. Brady Kennedy and Ethan Bruce also coming up here in the third inning. Danner Wirtz. First pitch, swinging away for Cooper. Foul territory. Jake Johnson, he will make the catch in foul territory, just avoiding the corner of the fence line going into the bullpen for the Doc Stewarts. Man, we saw some tough plays for guys yesterday trying to make catches anywhere on this field, battling the sun. And Jake, he's looking up again, and he's indicating that, yeah, it's still a battle with the sun out there here in the midday playing at this field. But Jake was able to find the baseball through the sun and then also avoid all the dangers and pitfalls in foul territory to make that catch. That retires Cole Cooper. Brady Kennedy up to bat, takes a first pitch, strike one. Wirtz, 0-1 delivery. That ball in the air but out of play for strike two. Defense trying to do what they can to help out Wirtz. The 0-2 pitch fought off back into the netting. In on the handle there. Nice pitch for Wirtz. Kennedy doing a good job to fight it off. 0-2 delivery. Breaking ball. Strike three. Got him on the outside corner. Down on strikes goes Brady Kennedy, and the Doc Stewarts have two away here in the third. First strikeout in the game for Danner Wirtz. And now he faces the 9-hitter Ethan Bruce.
The next batter, number 51, Ethan Bruce.
Bruce, the second baseman out of Mountain View High School, puts one in the air out towards left field. Fletcher Coleman off the glove. He drops it in left field, running into second. In time, Bruce will get in safely. And that's the kind of things that were happening yesterday, where just plays where it should have been had were not. Fletcher Coleman, I was going to say, dancing around out there a little bit. Felt like he was maybe having some issues really keeping his eyes on that ball. Sun has been brutal, and the wind has just been unrelenting here at Champion Car Wash Field as of late. Low and inside, ball one to the leadoff man, Eli Pupo. This didn't want to have to face an extra guy. Giving extra outs to teams has been a bugaboo this year for the Docs. It's a bugaboo for any team. As a comebacker to the mound, slow roller up the middle. Burke, throw to first. Got it there in time, and that will get him out of it. Nice job by Paxton Burke to help make sure that error did not compound anything here in the third inning. So no runs come in, no hits. There was one Doc's error, one man left on base for the Generals, and we are through 2.5 as we go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0. Doc Stewart's in front, looking to add to it on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served. You're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Bottom of the third inning. Today's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. 8-9-1 hitters coming up for the Doc Stewarts here in the third, leading 1-0 against the Sunwest Generals. First pitch high and inside to Amos Bowers, leans out of the way for ball one. Sanchez, swing and a miss. Bowers a 1-1 count as Sanchez delivered a high, looked like a changeup. Bowers well out in front of it. He takes a breaking ball, hits the inside corner. One-two pitch off the end of the bat. Bowers out in front of the breaking ball. Stays alive at the plate. It's Bowers, Coleman, and Burke due up. And that we told you the wind has been brutal, and it is moving that camera out in center field around all over the place. Hopefully not giving anybody any motion sickness out there. If there was something I could do about it, I would. The 1-2 pitch is outside. Bowers looking to see if he can find a way on base to lead things off here in the third. Nope, swings and misses at a breaking ball outside corner. Goes down with the swing and a miss for Amos Bowers. It has been not the best summer at the plate for him. He is a defensive catcher back there for the Doc Stewarts. Bat has been coming along a little bit as of late, but still wants to see that average come up. Fletcher Coleman back into the lineup today with one out. He takes outside, a 1-0 count. Had an incident with his hands, got some turf burns on his hands, I guess, and had to deal with that. Now he's back in the lineup. Great to see it wasn't anything lengthy for him. Swings and fouls off the 1-0 pitch from Griffin Sanchez. Sanchez was able to get a double play to get out of the second inning after giving up the first run of the ball game. He misses high, 2 balls and a strike for Coleman. Fletcher, he's played in 16 games, batting .367 in 30 at-bats. Takes low and inside, a 3-1 count. Just a sophomore this last year at Roseburg High School. Nice to see his summer has been going along pretty well. Nice to see that the youngster feeling comfortable at this level and hopefully means a bright future in front of him for his junior season at Roseburg High next spring. He takes a pitch outside and draws the first walk of the game issued by Sanchez. Sanchez will put a man on. Good speed at first, good speed at the plate as Paxton Burke will bat. He grounded to third to lead off the bottom of the first inning. He'll bat once again here in the third inning. A 1-0 lead for the Docs, the home team in the matchup. Burke will take outside. It's back-to-back lefties. Coleman, the lefty, and then Paxton Burke, the switch hitter, batting lefty. One-0 pitch here, Sanchez. Misses well outside again, and a nice job by Austin Dean behind the plate to even get to that ball. He'll head out to the mound for a quick conversation with Sanchez. Roseburg Doc Stewarts trying to see if they can add some more to this lead on top 1-0 in this third inning. These are huge games for both these teams. Really important for the Doc Stewarts. For the Generals, I mean, they're big for everybody at this portion of the league season, but for the Generals, they're sitting in second place right now. They've got a little more wiggle room than the Docs do, but there's not a lot. They've got 8 league games left to go. That does include the 2 that we'll play here today. 2-0 delivery for Sanchez. Swing and a miss by Burke. Challenged him with a fastball over the outer half, and Burke couldn't quite catch up to it. 2-1 delivery. Coleman on at first. He's going. The hit and run was on. It's fouled back to the netting for strike 2. Doc Stewart's trying to get back to 500 overall in the season. Talked to Cal Robbins in the parking lot after yesterday's loss. He said, we were so close to getting above 500. 2-2 inside. Up on his tiptoes, sliding back out of the way there for Burke. Avoids the pitch at his heels. And he's got a full count. Man at first with 1 out. Sanchez, runner going. The hit and run is on. That ball's going to find the alley. Coleman sprinting around second, heading for third. They're going to put the brakes on there, sliding in head first. Fletcher Coleman at third, Paxton Burke at second, and the Doc Stewarts with 2 in scoring position have their second extra base hit of the day. That ball found the alley. Nice job by Pupo and Kennedy to cut it off out there in the alley. I didn't see who sent it back in, but they got it back in quick, and Coleman looked like he might have held up going around second just a hair, whether it was making sure he got on the bag or making sure that that ball got down. He just a little slow getting around and getting to third. I thought there was a good chance that he might score, but he comes up and stops at third base after the double by Burke. With just one out, he had to make sure that ball got down and didn't get caught off, needing to tag up. Logan Anderson will bat here with 2 in scoring position. Docs, this has always been big moments for him. Strike on the corner for the first pitch by Sanchez. Trying to capitalize with runners in scoring position. Docs at times have been great, at other times they have not. Trying to be great here. Anderson sends one in the air. It's not going to clear the infield. At second base, the ball is caught by Ethan Bruce. There's 2 away. Right idea for Anderson, trying to go to the right side of the field, trying to get the ball in the air, maybe out to the outfield. Just didn't get enough on it. The ball stays on the infield, not deep enough, obviously, to try and score the runner from third. Sanchez needs one more out to get through this third inning and leave 2 men stranded on base. Cal Robbins trying to change that. This is a guy that you'd like to have at the plate in this situation. He takes a pitch just outside a 1-0 count. Not far from what was called a strike in the first pitch to Logan Anderson, but just a hair further off the dish. Cal leads the team in RBIs. Got the 1-0 pitch coming up. Gets underneath it, but that may not do it here. It's going to be high in the air, carrying out to right field, and it is secured by Brady Kennedy to wrap things up in the third inning. Doc Stewarts waste a golden chance there. A 1-out walk to Coleman and a double by Burke, and they leave 2 stranded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Doc still holding on to a 1-0 lead, but miss a golden opportunity. We'll come back with the top of the 4th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
McCovey Williams starts things off for Redmond here in the 4th inning. Takes an 0-1 breaking ball inside corner. He tried to fight it off, see if he could find a way to attack it. Couldn't. And it's an 0-2 count. They go outside on the 0-2 pitch, and it's out there by a ways. A 1-ball, 2-strike count against the number 2 hitter in the lineup card, leading things off in the 4th inning for the Generals, who trail 1-0. That ball lifted towards left field on the run. Fletcher Coleman will make the catch out in left field, tailing towards the foul territory. He makes that play after having one pop out of his glove in the 3rd inning. Nice to see that. Didn't rattle him too much out there, and he secures that one away. Camden Hartlob, the DH, will bat. He is 0 for 1 in the game with a comebacker to the mound. Back in the 1st inning. He takes the first pitch for a strike. The 2, 3, 4 hitters were scheduled due up here in the 4th inning. Heart of the lineup here for the Generals. Ball popped up and out of play for strike 2. Heart of the lineup brought to you by Floors by Design. Flooring is at the heart of every home, and Floors by Design is the premier location in Douglas County, offering the latest and greatest from the industry's leading manufacturers. Visit roseburgflooring.com for more information. Outside on the 0-2 pitch. Hart lob. We'll step back into the box to wait on the next pitch from Danner Wirtz. Big righty, kicks and fires, ground ball, comebacker fielded by the pitcher, and an underhand toss by Wirtz back to first base, and there's 2 away. Nice job by Wirtz on that comebacker. Get you a good look of it here. Right back at him. Nice job there by Wirtz. Fields the position. There's 2 away. Austin Dean will take a strike on the first pitch he gets. Dean is 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Takes low, 1-1 count. That is twice now that Camden Hartlob has grounded back to the mound for a putout. Pitch outside, breaking ball, pops out of the glove for Amos Bowers back behind the plate. The 2-1 pitch popped up towards right field. Running underneath it, Taj Flora is there for the catch, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Danner Wirtz. And the big righty continues to keep this game in Roseburg's favor. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The Doc Stewarts lead this one 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. And we're going to keep it right here with you as the Doc Stewarts will look to try and put some more insurance on the board with their 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up in the bottom of the 4th inning. Griffin Sanchez on the mound will continue throwing for Redmond. Today's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Well, today we do have Medford and Eugene meeting in a doubleheader down up in Eugene at Sweet Johnson Stadium at Gary Selby Field there on the campus of North Eugene High School. 5 o'clock start time for that one. I know our friend Bill Crawford will be broadcasting that game up that direction, so if you're really locked in on Docs baseball and you want to find out after today's games for the Docs against the Generals, find out kind of how things play out in the other big games that are going on today, you can tune in to catch Bill on the broadcast of that one. Radio84.com, I believe, is the website. If you search Radio 84, you'll find his website link there and be able to stream that game on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, whatever it may be, but you can tune in and catch that with Bill Crawford up there in Eugene. I'll probably be doing that at some point tonight, checking in on that to see how things are going in that matchup, because Medford leading at 6-2 at the top of the league standings. Eugene at 3-5 right now on the outside looking in on the playoff picture for Area 4. Surprising to say for the defending state champs that they are in danger. There's still a long ways to go, but they're in danger of missing the postseason. First pitch swinging away for Taj Flora. Belts one out towards right center. It'll get down between the 2 outfielders, and it bounces away. Flora racing into second. He's in standing up, and the Doc Stewarts have a leadoff double here in the 4th inning. Can they take advantage of it this time? A 1-out double by Paxton Burke in the 3rd. Ended up leaving 2 stranded on base here in the 4th. Docs get a leadoff double, and they'll try to see if they can take advantage and add to their 1-0 lead. Dane St. Clair will bat. He had the triple back in the 2nd and eventually scored on a single by Jake Johnson. Doc Stewart's now with 4 hits in the ballgame. And time called out to the mound we go. Today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Dane St. Clair, his triple was a line drive shot that went right over the top of the first baseman, Gage Martinez. Just not tall enough to get to it. Landed in fair territory, rolled deep into the corner out in right field. A long run for Brady Kennedy, and that allowed St. Clair to get all the way around to third. First pitch, a breaking ball low and inside for Dane, and he's ahead 1 ball, no strikes. Docs will have tomorrow off, then they travel to Redmond to take on the Generals in another doubleheader there. A 1-0 pitch inside. They'll be playing at the David Jacqua Sports Complex. I believe I'm saying that right. Could be wrong, but out there. We played there last year. Great turf facility out that direction. Multi-use, but nice baseball complex. 2-0 delivery here from Sanchez. They look the runner back to second. Delivery in, and it's a strike call, and that, I guess, worked in favor of Redmond. They had Flora all the way back to second, so no big lead. And then Dane at the plate tried to call time, didn't get it, and watches a strike on the inside corner. So works in Redmond's favor. Now showing a bunt, and Dane fouls it back to the netting for strike 2. Dane St. Clair, one of the team leaders in RBI with 19. He is second, tied for second with Taj Flora in that category, looking to add to it here. He's got the 2-2 count. Sanchez kicks and delivers. It's outside. Lefties. Sanchez is falling behind against the lefties in the lineup for the Docs. Dane looking for something he can rip here. 3-2 pitch with nobody out, man at second. Delivery high and away, ball 4, and we've got runners at first and second with nobody out. Dane on for a second time. He had that streak against Grants Pass. In the first 3 games of that 4-game series against Grants Pass, he got on base in all 3 of his plate appearances. He was 9 for 9 through the first 3 games in that series on getting on base. Pretty impressive. And he has started out this series against Redmond 2 for 2, a triple and a walk. Second walk issued by Sanchez. Brings up Jake Johnson, had the RBI single in the second inning, giving the Docs a 1-0 lead. He squares to bunt, pops it up. Diving attempt. Did he make the catch? Yes! That ball might have popped out of the glove and then into the bare hand for Austin Dean. See if I might have a look at this one.
The next batter, number 12, Ty Hellenthal.
Oh, it's just the very end of it for Dean behind the plate. We'll try to get you a look at that here in a second. 1 away on the nice play by the catcher, Ty Hellenthal. Will step in with 1 away. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Here's a look at it again. It's just the end of it. Oh, yeah, I didn't get it, but he comes up with it with a bare hand. What a play by Austin Dean from behind the plate, taking away a chance at a sac bunt. The 0-1, Hellenthal swings after a breaking ball outside, 0-2 count. The Docs are trying not to waste another extra base hit here in this one. 0-2 count. Ty Hellenthal, last time up, grounded into a double play that ended things in the second. He'll take high and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out here on this warm and sunny afternoon in the Umpqua Basin. Wind blowing in at the moment. Hellenthal at the plate. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive to left field. Gets in. Flora rounding third. He's heading for home. The throw to the plate is not in time and cut off, and it's an RBI single for Ty Hellenthal. He comes through. A 2-out stroke to left field. And the Doc Stewarts will add another one. Hellenthal comes through. Flora rounds from second all the way home. His long stride easily getting him to the plate in time to make it 2-0 for the Doc Stewarts. Their 5th hit in the ball game, and they lead it 2-0 against Redmond. Amos Bowers, a strikeout victim in the 3rd, bats again, and he will hit with runners at first and second. Situation remains for the Doc Stewarts. They continue to try and move him around. Ooh, it beans him on the front arm. Fastball rides in high. Bowers doesn't rub it. Heads on down to first. Now will shed the batting gloves. That sounded and looked like it probably stung at least a little. But Bowers, being tough, doesn't show any sort of ill effects from that one. And there's bases on runners on every bag in the infield for the Doc Stewarts. Bases loaded, just one out. Fletcher Coleman will bat. He drew a walk his first time up, and again, it's a lefty. Lefties have been a bit troublesome for Sanchez so far today. They play back up the middle. They play in on the corners, looking to try and turn a double play somewhere on the infield. First pitch to Coleman, outside. He'll start off ahead in the at-bat. Doc Stewart's baseball trying to pull off a win here in Game 1 of a 4-game series against the Generals. Trying to give more run support to Danner Wirtz. A 1-0 pitch. Outside again, 2-0 count. And time called. We're getting a visit out to the mound for assistant coach, acting head coach Dave Williams will head out there for a conversation. That's my blue Gatorade. Oh, you're getting pepperoni sticks. I had one yesterday. Those are really good from our sponsor, McClendon Smokehouse. Robert, the PA announcer, brought some goodies from McClendon's, some jerky and some pepperoni sticks. I had the pepperoni stick yesterday. That was really tasty, really tender and juicy. So if you want some of what sounds like delicious snack food, you can head on over to McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection, plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by on West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. I honestly went by there for the first time a while back, and they got a lot of stuff in there. I was really surprised with all the selection that you could get in there. After Grocery Outlet moved out, we live kind of in the general vicinity of Harvard there out in West Roseburg, and it was kind of disappointing to lose an option to maybe stop and pick up some grocery items, and it's nice to have McClendon's back there, and nice to see they have some grocery items available. All right, a 2-0 pitch here to Coleman after a lengthy visit on the mound for the entire infield. Home plate umpire Dan Bachmeyer went out there to break it up, but that took a little bit. First pitch to Coleman was in for a strike as they settle in Griffin Sanchez. His 2-1 pitch to the lefty almost hits him, comes inside, and it's 3-1. Nowhere to put anybody. Coleman, this could be one to take a good rip at here if it looks enticing out of the hand of Griffin Sanchez. He's got to come with a strike. Sanchez, 3-1 delivery. Check swing, goes towards third, and the throw gets away at second base. It goes into right field. 1 run comes in. A second run will score. Up to third base goes Bowers, and the Doc Stewarts add 2 more on the throwing error. They'll have runners on the corners with just 1 out. First error in the ballgame for Redmond, and the Generals, they miss an opportunity to try and get out of things here in the bottom of the 4th. Bowers ends up all the way at third on the throwing error by Cole Cooper. Hellenthal scores on the throwing error. And Dane St. Clair came in to score on the ball in play by Coleman. So I think Coleman should get an RBI on that one. It'll be a fielder's choice for him to get on base. Paxton Burke, the top of the order, up to bat with 1 out and 2 on. He swings and fouls off the first pitch. Burke had a double his last time up, pulled it to the right center field alley. They play him very much straight up, although playing in left field is Caden Cooper, not very deep out that direction. 0-1 count with 1 away. Doc's leading this one now 4-0 with 3 runs in here in the 4th. Trying to make them pay even more with just 1 out. Burke waits on the 0-1, fouls it back. Coleman was running on the play. Not the first time we've said that, and he has to unfortunately head back to first after making the sprint to second. Paxton Burke with 2 strikes against him. 0-2 delivery. Sanchez kicks and fires outside. No activity in either bullpen. Reaching the midway point of this scheduled 7-inning ball game. Home half of the 4th. Doc's leading 4-0. A chop off the plate goes back to the backstop. And Burke will stay alive. And once again, poor Fletcher Coleman. He's getting his laps in out there. He keeps taking off for second base, and Paxton Burke keeps fouling him off. He's young, hopefully not huffing and puffing like I'd be doing. Burke stands back in, fighting off the 2-strike pitches. Sanchez misses inside. Nice discipline at the plate there by Burke. Kind of got the hands going, got the feet in motion, and then was able to hold off and maneuver his body out of the way of an inside pitch. First and third for the Docs with one out, a 2-2 pitch to Burke, who waits the delivery. Chops it left side, and that one will be trouble. It gets into left field. Another run scores. Coleman was kind of moving early, and that drew McCovey Williams, the shortstop, up the middle towards second base. It left a spot open at short, and Burke pokes it through for a base knock, driving in another run for the Doc Stewarts. And the Docs will make it 5-0 here in the fourth inning. Still just one out as Logan Anderson, the eighth hitter, will step to the plate.
Next batter, Logan Anderson.
Coleman's at second. Coming in to score was Bowers. Logan Anderson waits on the first pitch from Sanchez. It's right down the middle for a strike. So the Docs putting up a big number here in the fourth inning. 4 in the fourth, to be exact. They lead it 5-0. The 0-1 pitch from Sanchez to Anderson. Coleman, a huge lead out at second. Ground ball goes towards short. They're going to go to second for one. Relay throw over to first base. Not in time. Long way to go around the horn there. McCovey Williams, the shortstop, in the hole, makes a good, accurate throw to second to get Paxton Burke. 2 down. Anderson will beat out the infield throw. So that'll be a fielder's choice. Puts runners on the corners with 2 down. And Cal Robbins, the ninth hitter to the plate. Bats looking for his first hit in the game. Coleman moved up to third. He's 90 feet from home, trying to add more for the Doc Stewarts, leading 5-0. Cal gets underneath that, launched up in the air, out towards left field, going back. That ball is out of here! The 5th of the season for Cal Robbins. It's a 3-run blast, and the Docs will add more here in the fourth inning. Cal Robbins sends this one out of the ballpark, and that ball is long gone. That one out to the softball field. He got all of that one. Cal Robbins having a season. His 5th home run of the year. He leads the team. Docs have hit 9 on the season, and they have hit more home runs here at this ballpark than I think I might have seen in a single summer in my time calling Doc Stewarts baseball. Touch them all. Cal Robbins with the home run and putting the Docs up 8-0. They will bat through the order here in the fourth inning. It'll be Taj Flora who led off the frame with a double and came around to score here in the fourth. Griffin Sanchez now just trying to get through this. They've got the bullpen warming up. Flora will foul off the first pitch back behind home for strike one. Cal Robbins, he had 2 home runs down at Grants Pass in one game for the Doc Stewarts. Breaking ball outside to Flora. 1-1 count. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I would have to guess in games where Cal Robbins has hit a home run, Docs their winning percentage is probably pretty high. There's a strike across against Flora. 7 runs in here in this fourth inning. Flora gets one, and he rips it into left field, and this one will continue. Second hit for Taj Flora in the fourth inning. And he starts it all again as the Doc Stewarts are trying to really put this one away. They're up 8-0. There is activity in the bullpen for the Generals.
Next batter, number 13,
but the
St. Clair.
Pitcher is back behind the bleachers, so I can't get a number on him there. 1 on, 2 away. First pitch outside, ball 1 to Dane St. Clair. Dane drew a walk and scored in this inning. He's been on base twice today, had a triple and scored the first run of the game back in the second. The 1-0 pitch, Dane pops it out of play. Dane had the triple in the second inning that led to the first run of the game for the Docs. It was also the first hit of the game for Roseburg. Every first hit for the Doc Stewarts this season brought to you by MSK True Value. Make sure your summer projects are a hit with a stop by the MSK family of stores in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. The 1-1, runner going. It's lifted in the air out towards shallow center field. The second baseman does make the play. Bruce is underneath it, squeezes it for the final out. And that will do it as the Doc Stewarts send 11 hitters to the plate in the bottom of the fourth, and they break it open. A 7 spot on the board. They lead it 8-0 as we go to the top of the fifth here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewarts. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Taking a look at our D.R. Johnson Lumber Company scoreboard update as we begin the fifth inning here. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Sunwest Generals. For the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts, 8 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error in this ball game. Top of the fifth inning for the Generals. They will have Gage Martinez leading off against Danner Wirtz. He's now got a nice lead to work with. He's been really attacking the zone today. He can continue to do so with a clear conscience, knowing that he's got a sizable lead on the board. No need to get too picky. Just keep attacking the zone and let your defense help you. 2-0 pitch. He does nibble at the outside corner there and get a strike called. Today's game brought to you by Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. 2-1 pitch outside. The count goes 3-1. Bowers Industrial, I believe, helping put in some of the netting that just got put in front of the bleachers above both the first and third base dugouts, thanks to Bowers Industrial, supporting things here at the ballpark and helping do some of the construction. A 3-1 pitch catches the outside corner. A 3-2 count now to Gage Martinez, who grounded out to short his first time. Gets underneath a breaking ball, lifts it in the air, shallow left, and the shortstop, Paxton Burke, instead of one on the ground this time, he makes the put out against Gage Martinez, catching a fly ball. 1 away here in the top of the fifth. Caden Cooper, the left fielder, will bat with 1 out and nobody on. Cooper had a tapper right at the mound that was taken by Amos Bowers and threw to first base. Caden Cooper, a lefty, takes the curveball in the dirt for a 1-0 count. Well, we were telling you the dimensions earlier. That ball by Cal Robbins also kind of battling the wind a bit. There's a strike on the outside corner. As you can tell right now, the wind has really picked up, and it is in center field blowing straight in, which is pushing our camera down out that direction. The 1-1, ground ball up the middle. Burke back behind second, gathers and throws. Cal Robbins at first, there to receive it. 2 away. And now Cole Cooper will bat with 2 outs and nobody on.
The next batter,
8-0 ball game here in the fifth inning. Cole Cooper out of Bend High School, another lefty. I didn't ask, but I'm taking a guess as a strike called on the outside corner. I'm going to guess that Cole and Caden might be either cousins or twins. It's a pitch outside, 1-1 count. They are both the class of 2026. They've got the same last name, and they both go to Bend High School. I did not confirm any of those details, so if you know, you can hit us up in the comment section on the YouTube stream if you'd like to let us know there. But Cole Cooper, and they both bat left-handed, so that might tell you something. I don't know, maybe. Cole Cooper flew out to the third baseman, Jake Johnson, in foul territory his first time up. He swings through a 2-1 pitch for strike 2. Cole Cooper during the spring hit .371 for the Lava Bears, had 15 RBI, 13 strikeouts, 7 walks. 2-2 pitch, ground ball up the middle. It could be 3 straight here for Burke. He does make the play to first. Catches one in the air, then gets a couple of ground balls towards him, and Paxton Burke is able to get it there. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Danner Wirtz. Top half of the 6 goes quickly. Doc Stewart's going to the bottom half of the 5th. They could score 2 and end this one early when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
We get our first call to the pen brought to you by Overhead Door Company of Roseburg. If your garage doors are broken or just need updating, make the call to the Overhead Door Company of Roseburg for a change. They also provide full-service repairs. Visit overheaddoor.com. New man on the mound will be the right-hander Tyler Rutgers. Rutgers out of Redmond High School, class of 2025, headed to Shasta College next year. He will take over for Griffin Sanchez, who goes 4 innings in this one. Sanchez gives up 8 hits, 8 runs. Let's see here. He hit 1 batter.
Jake Johnson.
He walked 2, I believe. Yeah, walked 2 and had 2 strikeouts. We'll run through that again for you. Overhead Door Company of Roseburg pitching change. First man up is Jake Johnson to face the new arm. Takes high and inside for ball 1. So Sanchez, 4 innings, allows 8 runs on 8 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter in his start today. The 1-0 from Rutgers misses high and inside, a 2-0 count. Rutgers, good size right-hander, seems to have some get up and go, some nice velo on the fastball. It seems like he's pumped a couple of them in. But in high and tight to Jake Johnson. Jake, a 2-0 pitch, takes on the outside corner. Doc's leading it 8-0 as we begin the bottom of the 5th. A 2-1 pitch from Rutgers. Jake gets underneath it, out towards left field. Playable, and running underneath it, Caden Cooper there for the catch. 1 away. Ty Hellenthal, RBI single in his last at-bat in the 4th inning. He is 1 for 2 today. He'll step up with 1 out and nobody on. Today's ballgame sponsored by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. Against the new arm, Ty. First pitch swinging away, sends it up and out of play over the right side towards the Newell family hitting facility here at the sports complex at Champion Car Wash Field. Out of his windup, Rutgers misses outside to Hellenthal, 1-1 count. Ty Hellenthal, the 2-time defending 2A, 1A state player of the year, will be headed to Umpqua Community College next year. He is going to be playing here on this same field as he takes a strike on the outside corner, looking to see what he can do for head coach Jake Whistler and the Riverhawks next year. Hellenthal waits on the 1-2 pitch. Pops this one up right side. Playable for Brady Kennedy out there. Circles underneath it and reaches up for the catch. 2 away. A couple of fly ball outs for Rutgers so far. And it brings up Amos Bowers, who was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the 4th inning. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company is a progressive family-owned company proudly supporting our local youth. They'd like to see you come on out and watch the Docs swing some lumber. D.R. Johnson, making lumber since 1951. Bowers takes a breaking ball high for a 1-0 count. Doc Stewart's with a nice lead to work with here, but they could put this one away if they could get some offense going. Swing and a miss by Bowers for a 1-1 count. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. A lot of baseball that still could be played in this one. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Danner Wirtz on the mound has been very efficient so far. Redmond will be looking to wrap up their second time through the order, making it to the 6th inning. Pitch in the dirt, a swing and a miss, and tag applied as Bowers took off but then paused and tagging in the back. So it's a quick 1-2-3 inning there for the Doc Stewarts. The new man, Tyler Rutgers, comes in and is able to keep this one an 8-run ball game. Doc Stewart's looking to try and not let up at all, trying to keep their foot on the gas as we head to the top of the 6th, leading 8-0 on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Top of the 6th inning here. Doc Stewart's leading it 8-0 against the visiting Redmond Generals. Area 4 league action for us. First pitch from Danner Wirtz, lifted towards left field, going back, and able to run underneath it and make an over-the-shoulder catch is Fletcher Coleman in left field. Initially, I didn't think it was going to be that much. It just kept carrying out that direction. I think Coleman might have thought the same. He was able to run underneath it, though. Didn't just turn and run. He just kept kind of taking another step, and would have liked to see him just turn and run to get underneath that one, but he does the job and runs underneath that one. At the plate, a breaking ball inside for strike 1 to Ethan Bruce, who was looking to lay down a bunt, pulled it back, but takes a strike. Now he takes one down the middle for strike 2. Bruce reached on a drop fly ball in left field by Coleman. Got to second base, but was stranded there. He hits a little dribbler towards first base. This could be trouble. Going to try to take it to the bag himself. Out at first. Stepping on the bag is Cal Robbins. Danner Wirtz was there as well. A bit of a meet and greet at first base. Hello, how are you? How you doing? Thankfully, everybody walks away from it. No big collision there, as it was rush hour at first base, with Ethan Bruce sprinting that direction, trying to get to the bag and beat whichever defender was going to be there with the baseball. Unfortunately, was not able to do so for Redmond. With 2 down, the top of the order, Eli Pupo batting, takes a strike on the outside corner. That'll go down as an unassisted put out for Cal Robbins. Ground ball, first base side, foul for strike 2. He had 2 big boys wrestling over there towards the bag to try and beat out Bruce. Ground ball left side, diving attempt, stopped by Burke, but he won't have a chance to make a play. That'll be the second hit of the game for Eli Pupo. He had one off the heel of Danner Wirtz that got kicked to second base back in the first inning. And that'll just be the second hit of the game for the Generals.
24, McCovey Williams.
So they get a man on at first with 2 away. The 2-hitter McCovey Williams will bat. Flew out to left field his last time up. Takes a strike at the top of the zone. First base runner since the 3rd inning for the Generals. 0-1 pitch, sat on the breaking ball, takes a cut at it, fouls it off for strike 2. That single by Pupo breaks a streak of 9 consecutive batters retired by Danner Wirtz. He throws in. That ball is popped up in the air right side. Cal has lost it, but Logan Anderson chasing. He can't get to it either. Just out of his reach. Couldn't line it up. Fly balls have been an adventure as of late here at Champion Car Wash Field. And I know the wind usually swirls here quite a bit, but the wind and the sun have really just been doing a number for everybody out there. 0-2 count. Wirtz trying to get through this 6th inning, leave a man stranded. Ground ball, Nubber back to the mound, charging in. Burke, the throw to first. Nope, won't get it there in time as McCovey Williams, also a quick one down the line, beats out an infield single. And now the Docs. These are the kind of innings that can really come back to frustrate you. Give credit to Pupo. He had a true base hit. It was knocked down on a diving play by Burke in the outfield grass.
The next batter designated hitter.
So he was able to make a play. Wasn't necessarily a hard hit single by Pupo, but it was a true base hit. There's a little nubber by Williams that just didn't make it hardly past the mound, and it's just a tough play for a defense playing back at your traditional spot. So a tough one there. And it's just these little dink and dunk balls that sometimes can just start to pile up for a team. It can be super frustrating when balls aren't hit super hard and it's difficult to make an out on them. First pitch, a strike to Camden Hartlob. The DH reaches, lines one into center field. It'll get down. Dane St. Clair comes up, the throw to the plate, and it is one hopped in to Bowers. He can't make a play on it. A 2-out single by Camden Hartlob will result the first run of the game for the Generals. Coming around to score from second was Pupo. First and second once again for the Generals, and they have had 3 consecutive base hits here. They've got 4 hits in the ball game, and they get their first run of the day. Austin Dean, the catcher, swinging away, first pitch, fouls it off. 3rd time through the lineup here, the top of the order, finally timing up things a little better with Danner Wirtz, as they've seen him a couple of times. Danner had a big lead, trying to keep it large. The 0-1 pitch, grounder towards short. Burke gets it to Anderson at second, and that will do it here in the 6th inning. Fielder's choice for Austin Dean. Out at second base is Hartlob. And the Doc Stewarts do get out of things in the 6th inning. But for Redmond, 3 hits. Make that 1 run on 3 hits. There were no Doc Stewart's errors and 2 runners left on base. It is 8-1 our score as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
It wasn't until 1925 that the American Legion gave birth to its first youth program, and that was American Legion Baseball. And the emphasis was on citizenship and sportsmanship.
Travel ball, a lot of the times you go and you play and it's kind of just more of an individual game. But in Legion Baseball, it's more of a team working towards a goal, and I really appreciate that.
That you're playing for something more than just yourself. You're playing for all the past veterans who have served. You're playing for the people who are still serving in the military. And it's a huge honor to be part of this program.
Heading to the bottom of the sixth here from Champion Car Wash Field on a beautiful make that a Monday afternoon for us here. Major League Baseball draft going on. Take a look at that. See if any of the notable names out there. I know for the Bend area, there is a notable name on that list. 93 degrees here in the Umpqua Basin. Breezy day here. Trying to keep the fans in attendance comfortable. First pitch outside, ball one to Fletcher Coleman, who will lead things off in the sixth inning. 9-1-2 hitters coming up for the Doc Stewarts. Facing Tyler Rutgers, who has taken over. Coleman gets underneath one, blasts it out towards right center, but it's going to get caught up in the wind and hangs up there for Eli Pupo to run underneath. Off the bat, that seemed like it might have a chance to get out and get down in the deep alleyways here at Champion Car Wash Field. Coleman gave it a ride, but with this headwind that he tried to drive that one into, it got caught up a bit and hangs up there. Paxton Burke stands in. Breaking ball for a strike from Rutgers. Rutgers, this will be the fifth batter he faces. So Burke seeing him for the first time. The 0-1 pitch outside. Today's game brought to you by Southern Septic Service. Nobody sticks their nose in Southern Septic Service's business. Get a free no-obligation estimate today for all your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. 1-1, grounder up the middle. The second baseman, Bruce, in front of it. Will put out Burke at first base. 2 down. So Tyler Rutgers has come in, and he has done nothing but eat up some outs. He has retired 5 consecutive batters and will face Logan Anderson. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the fourth and scored on the 3-run homer by Cal Robbins, who waits on deck. The on-deck hitter is brought to you by The Blind Man. If you're feeling the heat when you're on your deck, contact The Blind Man, a Hunter Douglas Gallery dealer in Roseburg. They can help you with several patio shade options to beat the summer heat, or they can offer other design options for your home. Visit blindmanroseburg.com for more details. Pitch outside, 1-1 count to Anderson. And time called. Logan looking for his first hit on the day. Doc Stewarts with 8 hits total in the matchup, but none against Rutgers, who whistles in a breaking ball for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rutgers looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Out of his windup, misses outside. Count goes 2-2. Well, the Major League Baseball draft going on. A couple of high schoolers taken in the first round. Cruz Schoolcraft out of Sunset High School in Portland, taken 25th overall by the Padres. The Baltimore Orioles taking Slater DeBrun, I hope I'm saying that right, out of Summit High School in Bend. It's a pitch high, full count for Logan Anderson. DeBrun taken by the Orioles with the 37th overall pick. A couple of high schoolers going on the first day of the Major League Baseball draft. It always stuns me when that happens. 3-2 pitch. Anderson underneath it. Out towards shallow right. And coming in to make the catch, Brady Kennedy will make it another 1-2-3 inning for the Generals defensively. But they are down to their final 3 outs as we will head to the 7th inning. Docs need 3 more to wrap up a win in Game 1 of this Twin Bill. It's what they need if they look to make the push to the postseason. We'll be back after a 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewarts. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
First pitch of the 7th inning popped up in foul territory. Cal lost it in the sun and in the sky, and it ends up out of play anyways. He was not going to have a play on that. As Danner Wirtz looks for another complete game victory, he faces Gage Martinez, Caden Cooper, and Cole Cooper here in the 7th. 0-1 pitch, grounder up the middle, goes off the glove for Logan Anderson. It'll roll away, looking to try and get two. The throw by St. Clair is over the head of Paxton Burke, and heads up play there by Gage Martinez. Had a base hit, and Logan Anderson, with his attempt to dive and get to that ball, knocked it offline, and that made Dane St. Clair have to redirect to go get it, made it a longer run. And Martinez notices that, and he's able to get his way to second base to get things started here in the top of the 7th inning. Showing a bunt. It's put down in front of the plate, fielded by Bowers, and the throw to first gets away, and the Docs are going to make this game interesting. One run will come in on the throwing error by Bowers. Bowers threw low. I'm not exactly sure the strategy on the play, but Logan Anderson went sliding feet first into first base as he got there to try and cover the bag. And so I don't know if that maybe changed the look of the throw for Bowers. And so that was interesting. Caden Cooper ends up at second base on what was supposed to be a sac bunt. He'll end up at second on the throwing error. Coming in to score was Gage Martinez. It's 8-2. It's a 6-run lead for the Doc Stewarts in the top of the 7th. They need 3 outs. They've got the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for a third time against Danner Wirtz.
The next batter, number 1.
Might be somebody starting to get a little loose in the bullpen, warming up the joints out there for the Docs, throwing the heavy ball against the wall out there. Or against the temporary wall they put up for that specific purpose. Wirtz misses low and inside, ball 1 against Cole Cooper, who is 0 for 2 in the game. Last time up, grounded out to short. 8-2 our score. Man out at second base. Ground ball towards second. Logan Anderson will get the out at first, and that's Docs need now 2 more outs. The runner that's at third base is not of major concern at the moment. If they can continue to get outs, they will take them. 1 away on the ground out by Cooper. That'll bring up Brady Kennedy. Kennedy 0 for 2, flew out to left field his last time. Takes a breaking ball high and inside. Kennedy was the winning pitcher in that 10-0 victory yesterday against Grants Pass. He flares one out to right field. Taj Flora will be there, makes the catch. He's going to try to make the throw to the plate. And a nice job by Taj out there in right field. And I think wisely at third base, Caden Cooper thought better of trying to score. I thought they were going to go no matter what. And I had no problem with Taj trying to throw to the plate. With 2 outs and a healthy lead, he had an opportunity to try and see if he could end it there at the plate. First pitch swinging, a ground ball up the middle. Got it, backhand, throw to first by Anderson. Yes, indeed! And the Doc Stewarts will wrap up a win in Game 1 on a nifty play up the middle by Logan Anderson. He's able to get that one, a backhand back up the middle, snags it and spins 360 towards the outfield and throws back to first base for the final out to get things done here in Game 1. 8-2 the final score. Doc Stewarts get a huge win to start things off here as they will get the first win in the series against Redmond. 1 run comes in on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base for the Generals. Doc Stewarts don't need to bat in the bottom of the 7th, and we head to our intermission here from Champion Car Wash Field. We'll take a break. When we come back, we will take a look at all the numbers from Game 1. Don't forget, we've got a player interview coming up with Ryan Shaver in between games, so stay with us for that as well. I'm Joey Kieran. It's an 8-2 win in Game 1 of today's doubleheader between the Docs and the Redmond Generals on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Find everything you need to enjoy the outdoors, at home or on the road, at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our garden center has what you need to create an oasis at home, from patio furniture to plants and everything in between. And whether you're barbecuing at home or
back here at Champion Car Wash Field, and the Doc Stewarts get a huge win to get things started. They'll get back to 500 on the season, and they are 1 game over 500 in league play. Docs improved to 16-16 on the year. They are now 7-6 in Area 4. For Redmond, they are now 17-9 on the season, and they are 5-4 in league play. Danner Wirtz getting a big hug from his mom, it looked like there. And I think maybe not his mom. So hard to tell. It's hard to tell exactly who's who in the lineage of everything, but nonetheless, getting hugs from family. Nice job there by Dane. And a huge game for him to pitch the Doc Stewarts to a victory. He looks like he worked through that one. He's standing talking. I think those are his parents. Those might be his. I don't want to say it because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings on thinking they may be older than they are. So we're going to just go with that. But nonetheless, Danner, huge win today. Congratulations for him. Picking up his 3rd win on the season. Danner Wirtz pitching the Doc Stewarts to a victory. Your D.R. Johnson Lumber Company scoreboard update here. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error in the game for the Sunwest Generals. They leave 4 men on base in this one. For the Doc Stewarts, 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and 3 men. 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 3 men left on base for the Doc Stewarts here today, as they will get that big first win in this series. And, man, that is a huge one for them on their hopes to getting into the postseason. So those are the numbers in this ball game. We're going to go ahead and put, let's see here. Actually, we're going to just keep going. No, I'm trying to remember what I did with the log. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll come back. We're going to put together the rest of the numbers on this one and get you all caught up with everything. So 3-minute timeout. We'll be back in a moment on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Find everything you need to enjoy the outdoors, at home or on the road, at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our garden center has what you need to create an oasis at home, from patio furniture to plants and everything in between. And whether you're barbecuing at home or tailgating at the game, we stock the best products from Yeti, Traeger, and Weber. Stop by or shop online at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
D.R. Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.
Roseburg gets the win against Redmond to start things off in today's doubleheader. Good start there for the Doc Stewarts as they improve to 7-6 in league play. And for Redmond, they fall to 5-4 in Area 4. Again, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 4 men left on base. 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 3 men left on base for the Doc Stewarts. The scoreboard update brought to you by D.R. Johnson Lumber Company, a progressive family-owned company. Proudly supporting our local youth. Come on out and watch the Docs swing some lumber. D.R. Johnson making lumber since 1951. Want to say thanks to the Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. And Gibbs RV Superstore, you got to get to Gibbs, where RV means real value. Taking a look at this one, Danner Wirtz gets the win. He improves to 3-0 on the year. 7 innings worked. He allowed 2 runs on 5 hits, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Not a huge strikeout day, but he was fine in the strike zone, filling it up. And his defense behind him for the most part, did a good job of helping protect him out there on the field. For the Generals, Griffin Sanchez takes the loss. He gives up 8 runs on 8 hits. Over 4 innings of work, he allowed 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. Tyler Rutgers came in, pitched the final 2 innings, and they were both 1-2-3 innings. He had no walks, 1 strikeout, and no hits allowed in his 2 shutout frames. So the Doc Stewarts prevail here today offensively. Eli Pupo had the first 2 hits in the game for the Generals. He was 2 for 3, scored a run, and then McCovey Williams was 1 for 3 with a single in the 6th. Camden Hartlob was 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the 6th. And Gage Martinez got on with a base hit and would score a run in there as well, as he would come in to score on the throwing error by the Doc Stewarts. But there's just 2 runs late in that game against Danner Wirtz, who faces the order just 3 times through in 7 innings here today. On the other side for the Doc Stewarts, 8 hits in the ball game. Paxton Burke was 2 for 4 in this one with an RBI. He had a double in there. Logan Anderson did not have a hit, but he got on with a fielder's choice and would score a run. Cal Robbins was 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer. He has 3 RBIs, scored a run. Taj Flora, 2 for 3 with a double and a single. He scored a run. Dane St. Clair was 1 for 2 with a triple and a walk. He scored twice. Jake Johnson was 1 for 3 in the game, had an RBI single in the second. Ty Hellenthal goes 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a run scored. Amos Bowers was 0 for 3 and actually make that 0 for 2 in the game, was hit by a pitch and scored a run. And Fletcher Coleman goes 0 for 2 but had a walk and drove in a run on a fielder's choice, also scored a run in the ball game today as well. That is a look at the numbers here. Doc scored 1 in the second to take the lead on a 1-out single by Jake Johnson. They would put 7 runs on the board in the 4th inning, highlighted by a 3-run homer from Cal Robbins. And then that would be all the scoring for the Docs. 1 run in the 6th inning on a 2-out single by Camden Hartlob. And then they would score 1 run on an error in the 7th inning as well. That is going to do it for Game 1 of our doubleheader. Doc Stewarts are now 16-16 on the year, and the Redmond Generals are 17-9 on the season. We'll have Game 2 coming up here in just a moment, so stay tuned for that here coming up as the Doc Stewarts will look to try and sweep things here at home against the Redmond Generals. We'll start things off with our player interview. We'll talk with Ryan Shaver. For those that are watching online, we'll start a second broadcast of the day, so you'll just need to find the new one, whichever page you might be following us on there. Just either head back to our main YouTube channel or refresh the page on 541radio.com if you're watching there as well. And we will have a new broadcast starting for you here in just a moment. And if you're on the radio, just keep it right here. We'll have that interview for you as well. Doc Stewarts, an 8-2 win in Game 1. We'll see if they can pull off the much-needed sweep here at home with Game 2 coming up in just a few moments. Back in after a quick break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. No, a 3-minute break here. There should be a second 3-minute break there.